Hello Flosstube and welcome back. I've got just a really quick short update for you this week, so we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. First thing I got a little bit of haul. My fabric of the month for February from Be Stitch Me came in. And it's pretty, of course. So this is Peony. Oh, that color's pretty true. It's kind of a pinky purple. I'm a little surprised by the name, to be honest, because the peonies that we had growing up were a very pale pink to white, not purple, but maybe there are purple peonies, in which case I'm gonna have to Google images and see them because I really like this color. So that's all the haul I've got this week. There are a couple other things on the way. I ordered myself a big new toy that we'll see in a couple weeks. But for today, just fabric of the month. So we'll jump right into WIP update. The first one is the temperature stitch along. I didn't get very far on this one last week because I spent all of my Tuesday editing the video that you got last week, and there were a lot of images I had to insert in that one, and some of them I hadn't looked up before, so I had to find them and then doing the drawing at the end. Congrats again, Stitches by Shelby, by the way. Hopefully you've gotten the humbug by now. I sent it out a while ago, and it just took a long time, so I didn't get very much time to work on temperature stitch along. So here's where I am, and let me make sure I've got it facing the right way up now. So there we go. This is completely finished through January 22nd, which is this top corner right here. And these other two are all finished except for the lows. So the 23rd and the 24th, I just have to go back in and add the lows to. Sorry, my phone is backwards. Or not my phone, my watch is backwards of the image that you're seeing, so it's taking me a second to. So that is my temperature stitch along, current-ish through January 23rd. Obviously, I've still got a lot of work to do on that one. I'm debating taking the day off tomorrow. Work has been stressful lately, and I kind of need a reset day. So I'm debating taking the day off work tomorrow and maybe catching that up. Or maybe cleaning my house. I should clean my house. It's a mess. But you didn't need to know that. So that was the only thing I worked on outside of the Magical Stitches prompts. As I told you last week, Magical Stitches, I managed to fit all of the prompts onto 3 projects. The first one being the one that you see pretty much every week, and that is Defying Gravity. It fit the prompts for Defy and Levitate. So here we go. Here is where I am at right now. Connect camera. All right, and down. There we go. So as you can see, defying is all done. I've actually started stitching on the word gravity. I'm over halfway done with the second page now. So this is getting exciting. We're getting some stuff done. Yeah, I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out. The other one that you had seen before that fit Magical Stitches prompts also fit 2 of them, so I did 400 stitches on this one as well. And that was, it fit Grotesque and it fit Arrogant. Which if you've ever watched Black Butler, you completely understand why. And that is Deal Struck, which, oh, I don't think I left you time for the picture for Defying Gravity. So here's the picture for Defying Gravity in case you've forgotten. And here is the picture for Deal Struck. I finally reached 1% on Deal Struck. So exciting. 1 whole % done. So, not very exciting to look at yet. I'm still working on all of the black and that little bit of the hand. I'll try to move it to get that light out of the way. So there you go, you can see. And then there's a tiny little bit further down, there it is, of blue that I did one week when the Magical Stitches prompt required something blue. Not terribly exciting, because it's so big. Like I said, that is finally like 1.01% of the way complete. But I love it, and I think it's gorgeous, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. And then the last project that I started on this week, and thank you for all of you who gave input on the fabric. I also talked to a mutual friend of mine and the person that I will be gifting this to, who is also a fan of the anime, to get her input as well, and it was pretty much unanimous to go with Please Scream Inside Your Heart, the wine colored. So I got that started, and I only had to do 200 stitches on this one because it was just the one prompt, but true to the prompt, which was mesmerizing, I really just kind of fell in love with working on this one. So I got a little bit more than that done. I'm thinking I came out with roughly 400 or 500 stitches instead of 200. So, in case you've forgotten, here it is. It is Sebastian Michaelis. And here's what I've gotten done so far. Camera connect. So it's kind of fun and creepy that you've just got this eye staring out from the fabric. If you know anything about the anime, which is Black Butler, or Sebastian himself, he is a demon. So it's kind of fun to just have this creepy eye like staring out at you from the fabric. I didn't really do that on purpose. It just kind of was, because the way I start projects, and I think I've said this before, I start in the middle and then I work my way up to the corner. So counting and doing small chunks on the way so that I'm not counting out like 50 stitches up and 50 stitches over to get to a corner. But as you can see, I did finally get to the corner. So now probably the way I'll work on this is a little bit of black, a little bit of the face, a little bit of black, a little bit of the face, because this is almost 50% black according to Pattern Keeper. And the other thing that I'm finding very interesting about this one, I am a little concerned about the color choices. In that all of this B5200, this bright white, that's skin. That's part of his face. And Sebastian is pale, but I'm worried this is gonna look like a mime when I get done with it. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work out. But I'm excited to see. And if it doesn't work out, oh well. Maybe I'll either give it as is, or maybe I will find another color and rip out all that white. Oh my gosh, that just sounds, ooh, that sounds like an undertaking, but I don't know. At any rate, we'll see. But there he is for now. And I'm gonna see how long I can make it before that eye creeps me out so much that I have to just fill in face around it. So anyway, that is my whips for the week. The only other thing that I did, I got a few rows done on the sock. It is downstairs because I plan to take it with me today, but it wasn't really, I mean, you can't really tell. It was only something like 2 or 3 rows that I got done. So I'm not going to worry about that. Future plans, this week there are 2 prompts for Magical Stitches. The first one, I'm going to talk about the second one first, because the first one I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. The second one is family, We're supposed to stitch on something either that is for someone in our family or that reminds us of our family. And I have Grimm's Fairy Tales, which is for my niece. So I'm going to be working on that one. So I'll get at least 500 stitches in on Grimm's. And then the other prompt is to stitch on something that you could wear as a disguise. And this one, I kind of have plenty of things that would fit the prompt. I have Defying Gravity and the Witch's Spell, which both have witches in them, so I could talk about a witch costume. I have Grimm's has all the fairy tales. I mean, I could dress up as any one of those characters. Either of the Black Butler pieces, I could talk about the cosplay that we're planning and how either of those could be a costume. One is mine and one is my friend's. And because I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but the character that I'm cosplaying is the one in the center of Dealstruck. So I even have a contact to mimic that weird eye. It's kind of exciting. So I could do either of those. I'm sure on the Halloween stitch along, which I'm debating just putting away until next year, but haven't officially put in time out yet. So there's any number of things on there that could be used as a disguise. I could work on the Avatar, The Last Airbender stitch along because one of my cosplays is Katara. I could work on, I'm going with costume and not disguise because I don't have anything that has like a mask on it or like a trench coat or something like that you could actually like disguise yourself and conceal yourself. So, and there's probably like 5 or 6 other that I could come up with something to fit the prompt anyway. So 500 points on something, probably Defying Gravity, to be completely honest. Now that I'm so close to being done, I'll bet you 500 stitches will get me done with the words on the top. So that could be motivating. Or I could do all 1,000 on Grimm's and really make progress towards that one. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I have a whole week to decide. So that's that. Other than that, I'm going to continue working on my my goal of finishing things that are gifts and things that are small. If I have any extra time to stitch, which I didn't really this week. Well, I did, and I worked on Sebastian, which is a gift, so it counts. It counts. Never mind that it was the new shiny project. It counts. And you can't convince me otherwise. What I'm reading, listening to, watching, I am currently in the middle of book 5 of the Vampire Knitting Club, Pearls and Potions. Actually, I think I'm going to restart it today so that I can start it and count it for a March book. For Magical Stitches. I can't remember the prompts offhand right now, but I think it counts as one of them. One of them is manga, which is exciting because I have 2 volumes of Blue Exorcist that need to be read that I think will fit. The problem I have with manga is they require them to be a minimum of 200 pages, and 192 pages seems to be the standard for a volume of anime, for a volume of manga. And so that's frustrating. But Blue Exorcist, every once in a while, they throw in an extra 10 pages at the end. So hopefully the 2 that I have right now will come up with the 500. And why does my nose always itch as soon as I turn the camera on? So yeah, I'm reading Blue Exorcist. I'm reading Black Butler. I finally finished Code Geass. Very interesting ending. Still don't know if I like Lelouch or not. But one of the characters that was very angry at redeemed themselves in the end, so that made me feel better. I get really attached to my fictional characters, can you tell? And started Castlevania, and I watched the first 2 seasons of that, so I have 1 season left to go of Castlevania. I have it in my car for my car book, because sometimes I have to wait in my car for stuff. Like when I pick my groceries up and stuff, is A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second book in A Court of Thorns and Roses series from Sarah J. Maas. I need to start Sense and Sensibility. Today is March 1st, so I need to start Sea of Monsters, which is the second Percy Jackson book. And I finished The Necromancer, which is the fourth book in the Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel series. Which is not my favorite, but also not... I'm far enough in now that I need to know how it ends. So, not a glowing recommendation, but I think part of it is I'm listening to it audio, and they keep switching the narrator. And I really like it when a series stays with the same narrator. And so it kind of like, there have been a couple of the narrators I haven't really liked, and then they pronounce things differently. Like one narrator said Hecate and one said Hecate. And I don't know, it was stupid stuff like that, but it gets under my nerves. And you know, when you're trying to just listen to something to relax and there's just those little things that bug you, it's almost worse than if it's a huge thing. So, yeah, at this point I'm just babbling now. I was kind of hoping to get a visit because we didn't get one last week. Lexi, what you doing? It's hard to tell because I took her collar off because she has such thin fur that her collar after a while starts to really like aggravate her neck. And so I took it off, but now I can't hear her. Lulu, what you doing? Sorry, I guess there's no Lexi this week again. Maybe I'll sneak a picture of her onto the end so you can get your weekly dose of Lexi. But that's all I have for you. Next week I will have some more haul because I have I have at least one thing that's on the way, some new needle minders. And my fabric of the month shipped today, which means it'll be here tomorrow because that's the way the post office works for me in Mystic Fabrics, which I love. And then maybe I ordered a lap frame. Maybe that'll be here. Other than that, I don't really have a lot to tell you guys and you folks, and I guess I'll go ahead and sign off and leave this one short and sweet. Thank you everyone who continues to comment, like, and subscribe on my videos. Again, you don't know how much it means to me. There have been a couple times I thought about not doing Flosstube anymore because I just wondered if anyone was getting any benefit out of it. And then I will get a comment and it will just remind me that there are people watching this. Those of you who I normally watch, I'm about 2 weeks behind because with my video conference, the last thing I wanted to do after I got out of the conference at the end of the day was sit and watch more screen stuff. Like, I didn't watch any TV or anything that week. I actually just read when I got off work at the end of the day. So I'm way behind. I haven't stopped watching your videos, and I will get there and I will comment on them eventually. And yeah, that's it. So until next time, I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy. See you next week. Bye.